Alright, abusiyama mimu bibi akwaba na memfa Mega TV and platform we eso. Nyankopon enhyira papa eni abribia mo support am de maye. Abusiya yegusu a ejinam munim se Nyankopon ya adoma ochina on the 6th of January 2025. And the members of parliament, they will be sworn in. Yes, members of parliament elect. They will be sworn in as the next parliamentarians, and I say the next ninth parliament in NDC constituencies and then constituencies. Na yegusu onim se constituency binum ensem ewo ho biti se Okai Qu Central, biti se Tema Central, and Auma North and the keka ho. Now we ena Tema West, Tema Central court, the high court no order say omo enya recollection, but NDC for say omo pin sheet anyhow, MPP for so more soft copy abusia, ena NDC for say that high court means some more kind, they are not going to what? They are not going to take it omontiasie because that recollection no emboa mo. Enti Dr Rashid Tanko, director of ITs Edema MP NDC Manyuko elections. Obra de sembi atubia. Na wuti nsem no kana. Na chese NDC for they have another plan. They are not going to what? They are not going to respect or obey the verdict from the high court. Omo plans omo ediegu akwemo. Na busia sansem no ena mepese yebi nyina ebeko. De akwakutie enseni bi join news ena moma yenya sa ensem we ebitie. Enti yemfa credit no emma join news. Omo ena mobo mo homadina ensem we so etime edibesomwo. Nyankopon enhyira mo yenko ne nkotie ensem no kwekwa ne koba mega medime analysis no ebetwa so. Nyankopon enhyira.
Tanko, who also wants to speak more on this matter. The Honorable Nelson H. Dr has already told us that we should be expecting some response from the party, which most likely will depart from what we have seen today. Is that the same impression I'm getting from you?
Let me put it on record. They have brought a bucket full of lies and pour it in front of the judge. And he also succumbed to those lies, packed of lies, bucket full of lies. Told them a story that happened, and those stories were not cross-examined. It didn't lie in his purview, because you know what justice means, natural justice means. Somebody has come to tell you pack of lies. This thing happened, and yet those people were not cross-examined by anybody, and he ruled in favor of those lies. You allow us? You think that we are going to allow this to stand?
Is it your position that in this case also, in today's, in the process leading to the judgment today also, your party was not duly heard?
We were heard on an issue of mandamus. We were not heard on the substantive issue of what transpired at the collation center. It has nothing to do with that. The writ and the affidavit attached to it, if they were asking us to now come and defend on the issues, we would have asked them to come and we'll cross-examine them.
Is that not changing the case into a full election petition?
That is what he has done. He has ruled based on the full blown of the matter. So why should we expect as a party, NDC, to allow this kind of charade to continue? We are not going to accept it. We have filed a process. Nobody is going to do any collation whatsoever at that place. We are telling them we will not accept it. We are going to resist it. With all the legal powers that we have, we are going to resist it. We have done the processes, and we are telling them the easy. They should stop being lawless. If they do anything lawless against us, we will come after them.
Well, two important voices in the NDC that you have heard. You have heard Dr. Rashid Tanko, computer. He has also just reiterated practically, basically, what the Honorable Dr has said, that the party is not taking what has happened. Well, the court has spoken, but they disagree, and they will not take it lying down, as the expression goes. They will, of course, file some processes on this matter and ensure that it is changed. Well, the indication I'm getting from both voices is that this to see.
Sisters Don Ulo Aman there in the High Court, bringing us the latest on that. So Sisters is joining us again. He is engaging another supporter. Sisters, if you can hear me, talk to us about the mood there in front of the High Court.
Well, there's I don't know whether to describe it as jubilation for the NPP or confusion generally, because as you have heard, I've spoken with the regional secretary of the NPP, who insists that they have information that all four have been ordered in their favor. We don't have that yet, but that is giving a lot of hope to the NPP people out here. So we wait to see. The NPP side, the NDC side also maintains that, as we have reported, only Tema Central has been ordered a recollection to be done, and that is what we can also confirm. And so, as it stands now, we are waiting for the court to rise, finish with the other three, rise, then we can give you the rest. But NPP side is convinced that all is well. They are good to go. They've started singing their anthems and their songs, and they are jubilating already. The NDC side is still waiting for the court to pronounce on the rest of the other three.
After the declaration, Ibi Bright walked out of the courtroom. Have you cited her around, or any members from her team, her legal team? Well, it appears Sisters we are not able to connect with him again, but we'll do that subsequently and then bring you a lot more from the happenings there at the Accra High Court. Okay.
Yes, Grace, we know that immediately after the court pronounced on the Tema Central one, Ibi Bright walked out of the courtroom visibly upset, not excited at all. We are here to speak with her. We are here to engage her to see what her options are. But I can tell you that she's not at all happy with the decision that the court has made today.
All right, Sisters, thank you for those updates. Alfred, there's another one coming in on the Auma North constituency, and it says that the High Court has ordered the Electoral Commission to collate and declare results of outstanding 62 polling centers in Auma North, 62 polling centers in Auma North, and the police is mandated to provide security. We know that the last time the returning officer in that polling station said that, in that constituency said that he's not able to declare the result because he doesn't have the full complement of the pink sheets.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, Alfred.
That's true, and you're absolutely right. So what the returning officer for the Auma North indicated 2 weeks ago was that the NDC wasn't present to authenticate some 25 polling station results that the NPP had presented, because by law the two parties' representatives, either the candidates or their representatives, should be there. But then on that particular day, the NDC wasn't present at that recollection. So this Auma North returning officer says, you know what, because the NDC is not present, I'm not going to admit this 25 pink sheets that you presented out of the 62. And bear in mind that this particular constituency, a declaration had already been made. Irabna Obin of the NDC had been declared as MP-elect for Auma North. And then you have Naneke Free, who's a former MP who defeated the incumbent Sheila Bartels and contested for the MPP in this election, contesting this one. Now, what is happening now is that with the 62 outstanding polling station results in Auma North, NPP has 25 soft copies of the polling station results out of 62. The NDC at the IPAC meeting says they want the hard copies because per technology, anybody can design and put together a pink sheet, soft copy, and present that. But then the Electoral Commission itself did not also have the pink sheets of the 62 that the courts have ordered now that they should go and collate. So it stands to reason how the Electoral Commission is going to maneuver this particular challenge. Because as far as we do know, based on the reports we got from the emergency IPAC meeting a little over 6 days ago, the Electoral Commission itself said they did not have the copies of those 62 pink sheets. So if now the court is saying, go and collate the 62 outstanding pink sheets, and add it to the one that was used to declare Rabna Oben as MP elect. Where are they going to get that from? Are they going to now rerun the 62 polling station result? Because same as Tema Central in Auma North, there was some misunderstanding, and that led to some violence. That led to some of the pink sheets in these 62 polling stations being destroyed. Some were torn into pieces. And so the Electoral Commission did not have that. The NDC as well doesn't have copies of those pink sheets. It is the MPP that has 25 of the 62 soft copies of the pink sheets. So that's the dynamic in the Auma North constituency. We'll see how things play out.
Yes, let's connect again with Sis, and then we'll tell you the reasons the court used in determining that the EC must recollate and declare results for the Auma North constituency. Sisters, if you can hear me, update us on that results coming from the Auma North constituency.
Yes, Grace, I mentioned that after Tema Central, the court had gone ahead to look at Auma North. As we speak now, we have the decision affecting Auma North, which is also another order for the Electoral Commission to recollate the votes in Auma North. The decision is that there were some outstanding 62 polling station results that had not been collated, and that 62 number is significant enough from the High Court complex here in Accra that the election results for Auma North, where the Madame Efriye Ekia contested, should be recollated, and this should be done with some security provided by the Inspector General of Police. That is the second one that we can confirm and we can report on.
Sisters, what has been the reaction from the supporters there, if you've been able to engage any of them, especially from that constituency?
Well, Grace, we can tell, as I mentioned, As mentioned, we have the NPP already celebrating, because, like I told you earlier, according to them, they have information that all 4 of them have been ordered in their favor. The application to recollect the results has been granted in respect of all 4 constituencies. So they are going ahead to jubilate the outcome as they have it. But as I keep saying, it is these 2 that we can confirm for now.
Thank you for those updates. Let me quickly run you through the reasons that were given by the court in coming to that determination that the EC must collate the outstanding 62 polling station results and then give a final declaration. The court says that additional 54 results were collated, bringing the number to 219 out of 281 polling stations in that constituency. And there were figures of outstanding 62 polling stations that were not collated, and that has a tendency of changing the final result that were declared from the 219. And so the EC must do the recollation. The respondent's case is that the declaration is incomplete and illegal, and the EC only declared the results to ensure safety of officials, an issue which also came up in the Tema Central constituency. That was why the Tema West presiding officer read the declaration for the Tema Central constituency, determinations of conditions of mandamus, and the presiding judge, Justice Ba Forson Ejapon, said that he deduced that not all the results of the polling stations were declared, and therefore the EC must go back and add the results of the 62 outstanding polling stations to what was already declared, and then make a final determination on whether it will be a Rabna Oben of the NDC or a Kia Efriye also from the NPP. Alfred, 62 polling stations. Yeah. That is quite a number of votes you should be talking about, shouldn't we?
Indeed, quite a number. But for me, as I indicated earlier, unless the Electoral Commission comes up with a different narrative, what we do know, at least based on what they had told the political parties at the just ended the IPAC, emergency IPAC meeting about 6 days ago, was that they did not even have copies of the 62 polling station results because they were destroyed.
Yeah.
Because of the violence. We have videos of some of them being torn apart.
But let's also mention that also at the same considering that some polling station ballots and papers were burned.
Absolutely. So that stands to reason, and you're spot on this, Grace.
Yes.
That stands to reason that if the Electoral Commission does not have copies of this 62 polling stations pink sheets because they were destroyed, but the MPP has 25 soft copies, the NDC has none, and the ballot boxes that were going to be now another reference point for this entire process have been destroyed by the fire outbreak.
Yes.
Then what happens next? That's a big question that we're going to have to wait in the coming days to see what the Electoral Commission will do. We'll be finding out whether there's a timeline for the 62 polling stations collation to be done. If the courts give a timeline, because for Tema Central, they said by January 6th.
On or by January 6th.
Or by January 6th. But this one, we don't know if the timeline has been given. Because if you take into consideration all the challenges at play, it will be practically impossible for the Electoral Commission to, by Monday, which is January 6th, do a collation of 62 polling stations that they said they don't have the pink sheets of. Are they going to rely on the 25 soft copies of the pink sheet by the MPP, which the NDC says they are not going to allow? So maybe Codeo is making that proposal. Rerun the elections in these 62 polling stations. Because there's no way the MDC would admit the NPP's soft copies. 25.
They don't even have the full 62.
It's not more than half of the 62. If you have 31, you know, this is less than half of the 62, 25 of them. And the judge, in making this particular ruling or this judgment, indicated that the results of the 62 could have material effect on the outcome of the results. And that's why he would rather it be collated and added. But the Electoral Commission, based on the safety of their officers and then also all the circumstances on that particular day in Auma North, that's also on the 9th of December, declared Auma North as MP-elect for that particular constituency, even though this 62 polling station results were outstanding. What we're going to see in the coming days is the Electoral Commission now, it has to tell us whether they've been able to identify or find the 62 polling station pink sheets and where did they get them? Because 6 or 7 days ago, they said they don't have them.
They didn't have it.
It had been destroyed. So if the court has given this order, what is the Electoral Commission going to do? And I want to find out as well if the EC, because they are represented in this particular case, if they had representation in court and they brought the attention of the judge to the fact that we don't have copies of this 62 pink sheets that you are asking us to go and collate. The MPP has 25. We can't rely on that. The NDC says they don't have it. So what is going to be the consequential effect of that particular order that the court has given today? And that's what I'm interested in seeing in the coming days. Grace.
Yes, Alfred. So if you just tune in, the news coming in is that the High Court has ordered the Electoral Commission to recollate and make declarations for the Tema Central constituency. The EC must now decide again whether it is going to be Ibi Bright of the NDC or Charles Forson, also of the NPP. The other constituency result that we have is that coming in for the Auma North constituency. The High Court has ordered the Electoral Commission to recollate the results of some 62 polling stations and then add it to what has already been collated so that a final determination can also be made in the Auma North constituency, whether it is going to go to Auma North of the NDC or Okai Qu of the NPP. Time will only tell. The challenge here is that the EC has already told us it does not have all the 62 polling station results. The NPP has 25 of that. The NDC doesn't have. And so time will only tell us how that is going to pan out in that constituency. And so if you just see that is the latest coming, let me quickly run you by the reasons the court used in determining the case for the Auma North constituency. It says additional 52 results were collated in that constituency, bringing the number to 219 out of the 281 polling stations in that constituency. And the figures of the outstanding 62 could affect the outcome Hence, it cannot be overlooked, and so the EC must get those results, recollate, add it to what they have, and then make a determination or declaration either for the NPP or for the NDC. The respondent case in this issue is that the declaration is incomplete and illegal, and the EC only declared the results to ensure safety of their officials. Determination of conditions of mandamus was also established, and that the presiding judge, Bar Forcing in Japan, deduced that not all the results of the polling stations were collated. I can imagine what is going on now in the camp of Ekwefriye for the NPP, as well as Rabna Obin for the NDC. The two women went head-on with each other during the elections. After the declaration, we had press briefings from the two quarters, all making a case that, yes, they won the election because they have their own results. And then now we're coming to this point where there has to be a collation of some outstanding 62 polling station results for a final determination to be made in that concept. We'll see how that one also pans out, Alfred.
Grace, and we're also getting information right now from the courts that the next case being heard is the Okai Qu Central constituency. The Okai Qu Central constituency, and look, with the way these first two cases have gone, you don't have to be a prophet to know how the Okai Qu Central constituency is going to go. But without treading on the path of sub judice,
yes,
and determining a case before the court pronounces judgment, flowing from what's happened in Tema Central and Auma North, there are 31 polling station results that were questioned in the Okai Qu Central constituency. They have 141 polling stations. Baba Sadiq was declared as MP-elect based on 110 polling station results.
11 outstanding.
In fact, 31.
31 outstanding.
The NDC raised questions about the 31 polling station results because they identified that the handwriting on the pink sheets of the 31 polling station results were the same. Which can
I remember
be
Sam
the
George
case.
making a case against that.
Which can never be the case. Every police station has a returning officer assigned to it with different handwriting, unless they all use the same first copy book or that thing that we use.
Yes, my first copy book.
Even that it cannot be the same handwriting. We'll see how the courts consider this particular argument by the NDC in court. In the next few minutes, I'm sure we'll get to hear the ruling on this Okai Qu Central. But that's been the position of the NDC, that look, to the extent that the 31 polling station results had the same handwriting on the pink sheets, recording those figures. And guess what? 2 weeks ago, the Electoral Commission admitted these pink sheets with the same handwriting and redeclared Patrick Yabuama, the incumbent MP on ticket of the NPP, as MP-elect, as against what happened on December 9 when Baba Sadiq was declared MP-elect with a 110. Flowing from that precedence, if that argument is brought up in court today, that the Electoral Commission had already done a declaration 2 weeks ago admitting this contentious
pink sheets,
and the 31 of them, then if the court says go back and do collation and add the 31, we would know the outcome already, because that outcome has been the case 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And that's why you have the MPP rejoicing for Tema Central, because the two polling stations outstanding that the courts have now ordered that it should be collated and added had already been added 2 weeks ago. And they used that to declare Charles Forcing as MP-elect. So they know the outcome.
Yeah.
And that's why they are rejoicing for Tema Central.
Okay. Alfred, so there's a video of how the declaration was made for Auma North during the first collation. Let's take a look at the refresh minds of our viewers and then we'll come back to it.
Area Abusia enti wei ensema. What is it? Eke agu enti ye the credit in ebema the joy news omo ena mo boya yensa etim eka sa nsem we ibi. Na debia meka sa nsem we a ekosomi mega. I don't understand mentiase. Esi den ena jeminsa omo ato ba wi a declare member of parliament no at that constituency ho. Ena enkofo bi ka say the way we see a declare results no, he or she was under a duress one way in the other no, na pressure bi dan so enkofo bi no maso two edisi ni so ana omo threat no, but yenya evidence bia ekirese because this one they are telling us pin sheet no 62 62 pin sheet polling station na bibisa, but for now no MPP for the omukita I think say 25 or so, it's not even half to it's not even up to half, but no kwano a soft copy. Now soft copy no said na Dr Rashid Tanko can, how would we know say a yankofo bi no mo ahye that na say no mo design that soft copy no. Where is the hard copies? Election we are by sebi MPP for minimum anka he ka ye jai sa nka ye jema momo because na mo kosro ba form any sebi abetin ye pekra na you people, it shows directly say you were not going to win this election. You were not going to win this election. So we see then and a more ham hosa. We see then and a sebi nyado adia munim se malu so wie no. How on earth will you fight against it? But you can come on me jimensa ne intention na any say no bedding or bury the election no ediama ND MPP manukod. But Uncle Banisano and Unhudio and the why too desperate. This woman is so desperate to the extent say unim dia oye. And it is quite unfortunate. Say ene the electoral commission ankasa egu kotoku emfa kranshi. It's NDC for mechanical can be you people must be attentive and you people must work hard to your victory because the echoes one. I mean say yi sinipe so yi bibiana or did that constituency in can anymore, but it is clear, it is loud and clear. There is no way, there is absolutely no way you can win. And I say that what do you call it? That we cared, you know, NDC for no. There's no way you people you can prevent it. Absolutely no way, because they have already have their way. They have already had their way. Amunko, MPP for go back to your constituencies and work, do your corrections, because at this point in time now you have failed Ghanaians, and Ghanaians left among Ghanaians have shown you that they are the illiterate. And the past NDC for say they are going to resist and they are going to make sure say they will come out with another plans and I say another way forward. I am there because that election we are going on. Ghana for actually say MPP for you bia. Ghana for actually say MPP for us or mine. Inti he nyankopon kra ne di MPP for ho fufi eno munya members of parliament at least 70 kra enko se enko munya 50 members of parliament because metimi akasa anya MPC ni nyina no mudi omu constituency abro anya MPC ni nyina eno mudi omu constituency abro enti ba dodo na so eno mudi omu abro dodo na so eno muteki advantage of them. What you say? Enti sa enkugo yendis MPP for D, it should send a warning to them and the NDC as well. Say ye the Ghana could get the mount, ye the Ghana di baby the mawa. It is not say wumbi ne fe sebi wenim bi ena kama sebi tintini bi na oye sika bi na wanya na mum. We are giving it to you to serve the people, because the people can never go there, and I say can never go to the parliament. That is why they have elected you to be their speaker, to be their what mouthpiece. Inti ya do kotena honom na ukudi adododie ukwaji standing allowance ukwa yisi na iwiechiri na wanso nkrofo na omuji free parliament na wonam ewi abom na print ballot papers or print ballot boxes. Ballot papers. You see, MPP for all. You can't number of ballot papers or print here. It is even more than the EC in the year. It is even more than that. And Canada, Japan, me papa, what can I say? I said there is no election in this country. MPP for I mean that. Yeah, papa, Canada, Japan, they can you. I mean America. Opa video no go and check Canada, Japan what he said about MPP's election on election, and as MPP is going election, Canada, Japan will tell you say there is no single election MPP for I mean no krumada. Nina a nearby a movie and a movie and a mama party in eba power. What I say? A movie and a movie. And some mobile hopes in a so can be so no, and I know within this age man. Even the voter region, Flamanta mu ayo no nkasa the region, omodi ne ko emani kudi nsemoni. Nsemoni ne wi the outcome no eman ko form betwaba. Inti you can imagine say hopes in a few party ni ma. Then the Kennedy can it will manifest. It ya no ena yehu nene no. Eno enene a manifest ya sebi a show kakra MPP for they can never win election in this country. Not even single one. It going forward, the only thing NDC for Bayani is on some Ghana, no more money daho, ye co-elections. That's all. They can rule this country for a decade. I'm telling you. Some mama money break. I'm say more some Ghana ye. Now ye co-elections, more money daho. You NDC people, you have the chance to rule this country for over a decade. Sentence man so Ghana. In fact, MPP for. Once your co-election and a pressure dam so I said ubi a coach exams are union sunya sheno. Uba pokrini, I'm telling you, Uba pokrini ye. O coach exams no sunya. O far po bokrana was your becho. Sign MPP for the year, Munyan ye she magana, but still no movie about him. Until you see how it ended. So that is it. That is it. Inti ya kan memo bi njire ba bi nka se akwai mega watan obi ana nasa me maintain obi a Ghana ha en panfo mo ni nam na ha se bi enye miti pan ni bi obi o se bi bra mo abanya bi da mabo but ye de o man ejapade hye wonsa ye de o man ni hye wonsa hwehu so obeya de papa na the electorate ya ye to aba no so ye nyamfa so papa bi afiri so na ye tax na ye tua no enye se ye tua tax de bi anso ye nkumfa so. Do you understand me? Enti Yankopon Shira Medika 2025 video yemfa di agro back to back enti subscribe abeka ye ho ensa no so de nkofo ntimi nkomo kan mo anu wo so na mega me magesi mebo meka enti Yankopon yokese ma memfa wonsi me ma me chebafo wo United States of America Yankopon Shira ma me we bi e wo UK Yankopon Shira me ma me obi bia hwe negative no I salute you oba de ya do besin ehia maka bye bye.